right, sometimes we have GCFs to factor that aren't necessarily just a variable or just a constant. Sometimes we have GCFs that are binomials, remember. That's no different with our factoring. We're using two strategies. So what we see here, remember, anything in parentheses we don't get to see. So we see this thing is one big term, right? And there's my add, subtract that separates, and a big term and separates, add, subtract. There's three terms here. And every single one of these terms you see has a 2c minus a d in common. So I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to say, okay, what's left here? Oh, that's a c squared. And what's left here? That's minus, and this is gone, so just the c there. And then plus, and then 2cd is gone, and that leaves 4 there. And then I can say, oh, wait a minute, that's a trinomial, so I might need to factor that further. So I need the factors of 4, 1 and 4, that give me a sum, this time, right, of 1. Well, 1 and 4 and 2 don't factor, so it doesn't go any further than that. So this one is simply going to end at 2c minus d times c squared minus c plus 4. So you see, it doesn't always factor, but we have to check. We can't just assume that it does or it doesn't. We have to actually physically check, and that's the lesson that I'm trying to impart in this particular group of exercises. Now the next one here, we see, oh, I have a z in common all the way across. So I'm going to take out that z, right? And that's going to leave me with an x cubed minus an x squared z, and then minus a 6. Well, that's not factoring because that's not a squared, is it? And so there's no way that this is going to factor. So again, after I factored that GCF, this one didn't factor. Some do, some don't. Now the next one, again, I see sum, breaking up our three terms. The a plus b, remember, those are packages, and I can't see inside of them. So those are all multiplications, and these are separating sums, so three terms. So in every single term, I see a plus b. And then from my first term, when I take it out, I'm left with a squared. Now these, you might want to go back to canceling out what it is you took out, and then you see there's a 4 and there's an a, so plus 4a. And then here, right, I take out that, so that's plus a 3. And the same thing here, right, I took out that, and there we go. Now I need the factors of 3, 1 and 3, and I need those that sum to 4. Absolutely 1 and 3 sum to 4, so I'm going to rewrite this as, don't forget my GCF, a plus b, and then I need an a with a 3 and an a with a 1. And then I looked at this for both of my signs, right? Both pluses here and here. And there we go. A binomial times a binomial times a binomial. That's my final answer. So that's GCF factoring, and sometimes it factors more, and then sometimes it doesn't. Okay, next couple of problems here, we have your turn. So I'm going to let you come back to the next video after having tried the problems in number 1, and then there are 4 problems in number 2 as well that you want to try before the video following the next. So I will leave this one here, and you can come back and see if you did correctly the your turn problems in problem number 1.